Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the 11th episode of the Experience Talk podcast. The topic today is actually about CX transformation for B2B companies and how we are doing this right? Today we'll be talking about the transformation of CX for the B2B companies, creating a customer journeys and executing the programs, the next steps to be taken, and I think a lot more, right? I'm Halim Perdana, the country head of SurveySensum. With our special guest for the day is actually Bu Ifa. Hi, Bu Ifa. How are you
Hi,
doing? Bu Ifa
fine.
is actually the welcome to our podcast, Bu. Bu Ifa is actually the CEO of Kawan Lama, and thank you for joining us today. I think before we begin, we want to hear out a little bit from you, Bu Ifa. Jadi share a little bit about yourself with the audience and tell us a little bit about the business that the audience can relate and implement about the business itself, actually. Go ahead, Bu.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for having me in this podcast. I hope I can share some of my experience. I've been in the company for 27
Yeah.
years, started 1994, and
Wow.
I've been in a lot of position in
Hmm.
the company. I started from, I think, from board secretary. I've been there too. Then in the import
Good.
department
Good.
and
Mhm.
sales department. I've been leading the branches, developing branches. That one is in the year 2000, where at that time, branch is still small. Our branches is less than 10% contribution to the overall. And I'm leading it until I think 9 years. And I'm bringing the contribution into 34% at that time. So it's quite an achievement. The
Mhm.
things that I'm changing the branches is the way they work. And also after that, I'm leading the IT department, and I've been also helping the company to get the ISO 9000. And we are also now in the process of ISO
Mhm.
371, 37001. It's an anti-bribery certification, and are also involved
Mhm.
in the implementation of SAP, ERP, ECC in 2013. And last year, we no 2019, end of 2019, I'm also leading the implementation of Nebula, our project. It's a C4 HANA for sales, service, ICM, and CPQ at that time. And I've been assigned this position start 2018, and it's a big job for
Okay.
me because for Kawan Lama Sejahtera, we are the oldest company in the group.
Mhm.
We are 65, no, 66 years
Okay.
this year. Yeah, so it's quite a challenge to
6 years. Okay.
66 years, yeah, for Kawan Lama Sejahtera. Yeah, so that is me part. Okay, Pak Halim, that's the only story about me.
So, Bu Ifa, I think yeah. I think it was quite interesting, yeah, because Bu Ifa has been in the company for quite some
27.
times, and I think how is your journey as a CEO from 2018 until now? What was the experience when you are leading out a huge team in Kawan Lama? Because I think Kawan Lama is one of the notable retailers in Indonesia, and yeah, like you are saying. You have been in the market for 66 years, so you are, I think, one of the market leader also in the market ya, Bu Iva ya. Jadi,
Yeah, yeah. The retail actually started in 95, but we are Kawan Lama Group. Our core, the base in the beginning is the industrial part. I'm leading the industrial part. Now we
oh,
are
that's
also
okay.
developing not only retail, we also go to food and beverage. We also go to malls. We have several malls now. And yes, retail has been
Mm-hmm,
grown
mm-hmm,
tremendously. We are 40,000 people now.
mm-hmm.
But then for industrial part,
Okay.
we are not that big as the retail. And my job as the CEO of
Mm-hmm,
Kawan Lama Sejahtera is to bring this company because we are the oldest one, and we have to move the company into the futures because the market change, the challenge of
okay.
industrial 4.0, digitalization, and a lot of things has changed. So we have to transform the company into the future.
Okay, okay, interesting book. I think let's move forward, like to the topics today, which is the moreover is about the customer experience here. Let's understand a bit about your business. I know that some company in Indonesia, which is in the B2B space, um, is not thinking about CX, ya, Bu, because people always thinks about B2C is the one who's actually thinking about the CX. And I know that you are transforming the company over and over every years, and you are in the B2B space. What do you think that CX is important for the business, Bu Ivan? Especially in the
Um,
B2B business, yeah, Bu.
yeah, Kawan Lama Sejahtera is a distribution company. We've been around quite some time, and we used to be
Yeah.
strong, very strong in a product. We hold like 3 top brand in
Okay.
the world as a distributor in Indonesia.
Mhm.
We are still product
Mhm.
driven, but then it's not enough. The situation changed. We have to move into customer driven because having a product is not enough.
Yeah.
We need to understand our customers. Then
Mhm.
at current stage, we are actually moving into the market driven. And this is in my eyes because sometimes the customer
Okay.
didn't even know that they have to also change because it's just the situation that push everybody to change. So it's actually the market driven, and
Yeah.
inside of the
Yeah.
market, it is the customer. So we have to change our mindset before we really pick
Mhm.
very seriously on product. Now we cannot just do product. We have to look into customers. So customer experience is become something that we have to really focus. Before we really focus on product, we have all the good product.
Yeah.
As long as we have product, as long
Yeah.
as we have stock, everything will be fine. We have been the leading since then. But now it's changed a lot. We have to really understand the customer. Product becomes something that we have to provide for the customers. So customer experience become critical at this moment for us.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I agree with you. Moreover, we need to transform the business, right? Product and services is actually transforming also, and how we want to transform the product and services is also getting along with the how we understanding the customers here we are on the CX side. Um, can you please share a bit to the audience about your current stage of CX journey, Bu Ivan? What stage is actually Kawan Lama is actually in right now? Yeah.
We are actually in my eyes, to be honest, we don't do good. We don't do really good in the customer experience. That's why we have to change it
Yeah. Yeah.
since 2018. And
Mhm.
putting the system, first I put the system for the sales because sales is the
Yeah.
one that meeting
Yeah.
the customers, and our contact, the first
Mhm.
contact, the one that really sit down with customers is our sales. So we have to really
Yeah.
have system for the salesman. We have to really equip the salesman for them to be able to serve the customers. That's number one. Then we expand the service that we
Mm.
provide to our customer depend on the customer requirement or customer demand or customer uh, um,
Okay.
necessity. It's not because they asked us, but we have to look into their operation and we have to think what is they need as a
Mm.
customer operation. What do they need? That's why Kawan Lama moved into other businesses like rental. We are now expanding to rental, and we just
Okay.
launched our rental division, our rental business unit. We also goes into IoT. It's not that we are very good at it so that
Okay.
we provide them now, but then we are building it together. It's a joint development with the customer, what they need and what they require for them to be able to survive in their business. So yeah, we move and we grow because of the customers. So, but then the key is the customer's experience toward us. And one key that I found very irritating is our service
Mm-hmm.
level to customers, our on-time
Service
delivery
level.
service level. And
Yeah.
before, we can say that we are the distributor, so everybody will go to us. It's no longer valid. They're looking for a service that is fit to their business. So those are the things we are initiating. One big program this year is GENCAR, Gerakan Customer Care, is to make sure
Yeah.
the whole company moving into that direction. This is a big initiative because it involves changing behavior, employee behavior, not only sales, but also the back office and
Mm-hmm.
everybody actually. Everybody has to change their mindset, their behavior toward the customer. So
Mm-hmm.
customer care is now uh, the focus of us to elevate our position in servicing
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
customers. And we also measure that through GENCAR, the on-time delivery level, and we also divide it
Yeah.
all up into department level and process level. That's what we did.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
so Bu Iba, it was very interesting that you have the programs on this kind of CX spaces, right? You say that the current state is still transforming, right? Why you are building up this program? What is the vision or the transformation vision of this GenCar program from your side?
The vision is we want to be the partner of customers. And if our service level is
Okay,
not good, who want to be our partner? Who want to be a partner that don't
exactly.
perform? They won't do it.
Yeah.
So to be able to be the partner of customers, we have to perform and we have to measure how we perform. We can claim that we are good, but actually we are not good. So GENCAR is the program that we can
Mm-hmm.
measure every step of the way how we serve our customers. The goal is really to become the partner of our customers. That's a
Okay,
vision.
okay. So very centric on the customers in a way that I think Gencar program is actually tapping into those customer journey. Yeah. So
Yes.
what are you measuring in Gencar? Can you tell a bit more detail on this Gencar? What kind of output that you are looking at
Yeah.
on this Gencar? The process output that Kawan Lama want to achieve in this Gencar program? Because I think this is quite interesting, right? Because now B2B company have this program,
Mhm.
and we just want to learn a bit from your side, what kind of output, what kind of achievement that you are planning for this Kanchar program.
Yeah. GENCAR program, because it's a customer focus, we map the journey of a customer since the beginning. They require a product.
Mhm.
We are not go beyond that. Um,
Okay.
the trend is usually we have to be able to map even before the customer know they need it, right? But no, we start from the customer's
Okay.
requirement until we deliver the product, until the payment comes. So every step of the way we measure. Of course, it's
Oh.
divided into three. One is pre-sales, the solution we provide, and the delivery. And then after
Mhm.
that, so we divide into three, and these three,
Ah.
we measure everything inside of those three. For example, the
Mhm.
pre-sales, how we generate the quotation. The quotation it consists of promise. The salesman do the promising something that we can deliver or not. Sometimes they offer promising, right? So that
Okay.
is the things that we also measure. And the conversion rate, meaning that if our salesman produce a lot of quotation or generate a lot of opportunity but didn't make any quotation, of course there's going to be a problem because then customer wait too long for a quotation. So from the leads to
Okay.
quotation to sales, it has to be measured. And we have to understand why is the conversion rate is so low. Maybe our salesman didn't propose a correct product, or the delivery we don't understand. They need a faster one. We have many products. We don't
Mhm.
have to push one product that took so long to deliver. So that is the key that salesman has to be able to recognize on the customer need. So the journey is not only after the order, but before the order. And then during the order itself, what is our process of delivery? Then after they purchase and they use the product, then how are we going to serve them in the after sales service? Something like that. Yeah, we measure everything. It's a
Okay,
lot
so
of a lot of KPI that we put. Maybe more than
yeah,
more than a lot. It's a lot. You saw Budami's
okay.
KPI, right? Yeah. But then we only measure one.
Yeah. I saw Budami KPI, and it was there is a lot of KPI being measured in the GENCAR program to move forward the team lah, Bu, ya. Jadi ya,
Yes.
it was really interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think Kawan Lama is actually in the right track. You are tracking out these customer journey. You say that you even measure the pre-sales activities, right? From generating the quotes and the promising sales that was given up to the customers. You are also tracking the leads to quote to sales and the customers. And I think there is a lot of KPIs being implemented from this GENCAR program. Just curious, yeah, Bu Iva, you have those big organization, right? How do you plan the execution of this program itself, right? GENCAR is actually a very huge program, right?
Yes.
I think it needs a support from multiple departments. I think you're leading out a lot of thousand people in the company. How do you plan the execution of this program? And we just want to hear from you. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a very complex program, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are still in the middle of it, and we don't know. We hope that we are success in this one. But then yes, it started
Okay.
in January. So we start with the awareness because we want everybody to be involved in this program. So even up to the warehouse team, we do the awareness. Budami been there talking to all the people. The one
Okay.
that the foreman at the warehouse, they also involved in this one. The delivery man, not
Mhm.
only salesman, of course, but also the delivery man, up to the accounting department, because accounting, it seems like they are the back end people, but no, if they miss the allocation of a payment, so the system recognize that the payment are delayed, then everything stop in the system, so they become suspend, and the delay of the delivery for the next order will happen. Then we don't want that to happen. So we also up to the back office, we do the awareness, and the measurement that Budami have, it actually touches all the department. And we want it to be inside of their KPI for the annual performance measurement. So it will affect everybody in their salary increment actually. Yeah, to
Okay.
push
So
people. Uh-huh.
to push people, yeah, I know KPI is actually quite important everywhere. Karena certain people need to have the awareness, and the KPI itself is actually putting up, getting along with the awareness that was happening within the team itself. So
Right.
I think you are mapping out the journey mapping also to the peoples within the company.
Yes.
There is one intrigue question: how you can start the GENCAR program, ya, Bu, ya? Because what is the comprehensive exercise and outcome that you've done before you're doing the GENCAR program? Because I think you need to running out the small exercise program and pilot it to some people. Is there any super users that was influence the other employees within the company? So what kind of comprehensive exercise and outcome that you've done before rolling out this GENCAR program?
Yeah. Last year we have a annual meeting. It's happened in August,
Yeah.
and because we are in a pandemic, I'm taking the opportunity to do the annual meeting in different way. Usually, annual meetings is only
Yeah.
happen with the leaders. Now, because of the pandemic, the annual
Uh,
meetings happen everybody, up to the salesman. So everybody has to do their part. So
okay.
the annual meetings happen like full month, and we think about a lot of things. And actually, the point that GENCAR has been generated is coming from that part. So actually, it's coming from the bottom.
Okay.
So we hear the voice of
Uh,
our salesmen, the people, and everybody understand that we have to have some action to to move this company toward an angle, because if our service level to customer is bad, everybody suffer. The salesmen suffer, everybody suffer. So everybody actually understand this. And GENCAR was born because of that. It was the time where we all actually pull up all the situation and all the voices, and Budame was summarizing it and putting it into formula as a GENCAR. And then we launched it this
okay.
beginning of this year, and I want everybody to be part of it. So we talk about it every week. So every week there is a report coming in from everybody, so we can measure and then we can get back to them and put TV to show how is our numbers now. And also we talk about it. We put
Okay.
every the promotion, the banner and everything. So that's, I hope it's going to happen, but I still need something because it's all because it's a new program. We are doing it a lot of it manually. So yeah,
Yeah.
Budami really need to help from system. Bu Devi is
I
actually
think
helping her.
I think interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, interesting that you're talking that it's not just a responsibility of the leaders, right? From this audience that listening this podcast, gencar in the meaning of is actually an Indonesian word. If we convert that to English, is actually keep pushing, moving forward, yeah, without any reason. So that was the meaning of gencar. And I think the points coming up from you that everybody is need to be involved in this program. It's not
Right,
just
correct.
the leaders, right, to exercise whatever it is within the company, right, from the lower bottom of the management, right, and also from the lower bottom of the food chain or the structures within the company. It was quite interesting. That's, I think that was building up the cultures ya Bu ya. Jadi everybody need to be involved. The culture is actually need to be theirs all together, right? Yeah, Bu Iva ya. I think that's the things that you want to build, right, within the companies. Okay. And probably the last question that we want to hear out from you, Yabu, yeah. How is your experience, right, transforming the CX? This is actually the last talking point and insight that we want to hear from you, because you've been doing this kind of transformation for quite some time. We see there is a lot of programs that you are building up, which is the gencar, right, and building up this culture of gencar within the companies. Uh, is there anything that you are giving up when you're building up this kind of strategies, and how is it actually transforming the Kawan Lama? Last word from you, bro. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
from the for insightful audience here, actually. Yeah.
Okay. All right. My strategy to move everybody toward this initiative is
Yeah.
we should be brave. We should be brave because transforming
Yeah.
something toward futures and changing the culture, changing the mindset, changing the behavior requires a force. And the enforcement that
Of
I'm
course.
giving is I also change a lot of organization structure. I eliminate some of the jobs. I create new jobs, creating new
Okay.
names of the jobs. I do a lot of changes because if you want to change something without changing the organization, that will not happen. So yeah, in the sales
Exactly.
structure, I
I agree
change
with
a
you.
lot. Yeah, and also the back office structure, I change a lot. So I'm changing into flat organization, and I don't
Yeah.
put structures in it because structures means bureaucratics, right? And
Yeah.
creating
Exactly.
a lot of a lot of PIC to be assistants of everybody. Because sometimes in the organization that a lot of people in there, we are 1,100 people in Kawan Lama Sejahtera with so many
Yeah,
products
that's a lot.
and some, yeah, it became people can lost in the jungle. So they can be ineffective
Okay.
in doing their job. So I'm creating a lot of
Yeah.
points, PIC, to help. So everybody has their own agent of change and also helps, because customer service is not only for customers but also inside. Talking about customer service is the people that we give authority to help, they should know and should given some authority to some extent, so they can take decision right away and helping a lot of people moving forward. Because by eliminating jobs means people get lost of, well, usually they have this girl here helping, now they are not no longer there. So I'm moving and changing structures and jobs and processes. So this I'm liking shaking up the whole organization so that everybody was actually changed. And that is
Okay.
my advice also. Be brave. If we want to change and transform something, then we have to be
Great.
brave. Yeah. Don't be afraid of being
Yeah. I
unpopular.
think that's yeah. I think you are an agent of change here, yeah, in the CX transformation. I meet you. I know you a while back. I think three things as a conclusion. I think three things that need to be attention, right? The how we form everybody as an agent of change, right? And I heard a lot about you building up a measurement, new process, right? Moving up people's the within the company to change the culture itself, to be transforming, right? And last but not least, I think that you're putting a lot of measurement, right? You have expectation and you're putting a lot of measurements in terms of the process, in terms of the KPI itself. And I think these three pillars that's supporting the GENCAR program. We are actually understanding from that. Yeah. I think Bu Iva, thanks a lot. I think for today, right? This is a short
Thank
podcast.
you.
We are really keen to have you again
Mhm.
in our SurveySensum and NeuroSensum podcast. It was a great insight from you, and we are really learn a lot from this probably a short time, right? I think from the audience here, thanks a lot everyone for listening. This is Halim from the podcast with the Experience Talk, and we will be back with another awesome thought leader next time. Till then, stay safe and good day. Thanks a lot,
Thank you.
everyone, for listening. Thank you, Bu
Thank
Iva.
you.